This is a Wildax Proteus. It's based on a Ford Transit, and what's brilliant about this is it's a sort of vehicle you can use as an everyday family vehicle, but also then take it camping at the weekends. Another thing I like about this one particularly is the colour. I think if James Bond ever bought a motorhome, it would be in this colour. Now, the most obvious thing you can see about it is the pop top. That, of course, comes down flush and makes it into an ordinary van. You'll see, obviously, the benefit of that when we go inside. But where I think this vehicle is particularly clever is the way that they've adapted it for duality of purpose. So if you're using this as an ordinary car, then what you've got at the back is an ordinary boot, and then a seat at the back here. And you'll see these tracks in the floor, and the idea of these is that that whole back seat can be moved forward and back depending on how you're using the vehicle and how much space you want. And if we go inside, I'll explain that in a little bit more detail. A bit of work going on in the background, apologies for that. So let's open that one up. And here you can see exactly how that works. So that seat can come all the way forward to give you a massive, effectively, boot, or slide it back and have like a limo in here, really. I mean, the legroom in the back of there is unbelievable. That's like first class travel on an airplane. There's a step that comes out. That's controlled by that little fella. And if you go on inside, I'll show you a bit more about how this works. This one's got the leather upholstery in with this sort of diamond stitching, which I think looks really smart. If we go up to the front here, another thing you'll find on this one is automatic transmission. It's a 130 horsepower engine on this. And then the controls, well, it's very similar to a car, and that's what I mean about this. It is the kind of thing that you could use as a big family car during the week, and I think that's great. I'll show you this pop top first of all. That's up above us here. As you can see, it is in the raised position, and what that gives us is a load of headroom in here, which is brilliant. But then what you can do is, you'll see, if I come a bit further forward, that this drops down like that, and there you have a double bed. And you can see how these side sections here, you can have them for ventilation. You can see how that one is like that. This one we've rolled down so you can see exactly how it works, or close them up for a bit more privacy. That's very clever. Again, the amount of duality of purpose that gives you is brilliant. Let's put that back up. And then in here, you've got things like sink, and there is the hob in there. There's a fridge down underneath, and storage in places like this and here. And these are roller fellas to get into those. This is the control system, so you can check for things like your battery voltage and your water tank, that kind of stuff. Power here, so if you're plugged into 240 volts and you've got a ring main in the vehicle and you've also got 12 volt power, these are quite neat. These little lights, push them once, you get a little discrete light, push it again, and you get a reading light. So that's quite nifty. So let's leave that one on, shall we? There we go. And what I do want to show you then is how this back seat works, because this is really clever. So as it is, obviously, it's a seat, and there's 3 seat belts on it, so it's just like a family car. However, it will make into a bed rather cleverly, because what you do is we lift the front of this up, and that rolls out like so. And then this back one, you can see this headrest here, which lift up if you want them as proper headrests. But that will, with the help of this little lever here, don't forget to pull that. It's a bit of a two-handed job. There we go, that's got it. That drops down like that. And then if we come round to the back, that backrest folds down, bingo, double bed. So you've got sleeping for 2 up in the top, sleeping for 2 down here, fold it all away, and it almost makes like a saloon car, big boot, relatively compact vehicle, pop top, and it just does everything. I think that's really neat. I'm rather taken with that. I think if you can only have one vehicle, because that's what you've got the space for, that is a vehicle that for a family would do absolutely everything. Let's head back on inside, and I think I'm going to finish up here and say huge thanks to Nick Well Motorhomes. They've organised this tour for me, and huge thanks as ever to you guys for watching. We'll catch you on another one of these very soon. Take care, bye bye.